Hello, hello. Welcome or welcome back to my space. I hope you are doing well. So, let's see for a second. I haven't used this deck since some time. Yeah, I didn't know if it was all in the uprights or not, and apparently it is. I hope you are doing well. I hope that you are peaceful, happy, drinking your water, stretching, reminding myself that I need to stretch, my God, I need to stretch. Ah la la. So, we are going to check what are the messages that we are getting for the collective. So, let's see what's going on. 5. First, the setting, the subject. Authentic self. I love that. Showing true self courageously. This is the main subject. Let's see here. Second position. Release expectations. Let go of expectations and allow things to flow, to unfold naturally. This is in the place of other people. Okay, so kind of feel that maybe somebody was trying to get some kind of control. The driving energy, the cold shoulder. I don't like that. Someone is deliberately distancing themselves, hiding dissatisfaction. I take it more here, consider the place of the card, right? Kind of feels that somebody is a little bit controlling. I won't lie. Okay, the foundation and the stability here. Let's see, what are we getting? Mind games, yeah, you see? It's exactly what I thought that it was. The path shift, the change. Let's see. Testing limits. Yeah, okay. It kind of feels that you were dealing here with somebody who was, testing your limits. Let's just see it how it is, right? With their mind games. We have a lot of that, right now. I truly feel here that I'm taking in consideration all the last readings that I did, and truly feels that there is here someone full blown in your energy. I feel that somebody thought that they could play mind games with you, play the hot cold. It was all in order to try to trap you emotionally. It was coming all from a very emotionally immature place, right? And those readings are coming up again and again and again. Every time, yes, we have a different message here, right? Now, the main subject, it is your authentic self, which I love, right? Because this person might have perceived you in some kind of way, getting next to your authentic self. We might also be talking about them realizing that they have never been their authentic self because they were all the time playing those mind games. At the end of the day, they tested your limits. This is in the past shift, the change, right? So for me, this says, okay, they tested the limits a little bit too much, right? And they burned the connection. This is what I feel here. But we will get a little bit deeper into it and see what we are getting. Ooh, look what we have here at the end of the deck. Public exposure. Okay, this adds a layer here, right? And it gives some kind of taste to this authentic self once again. Yeah, and it reminds me of the readings that we did with people that heard so many things about you, right? Negative things, right? Because it was somebody who was trying to paint you in a very negative light. and that because they spoke so much, people were curious about you when they checked you. And once they checked you, they realized that everything that was told about you wasn't aligning with what they saw about you, right? Reminding me of many readings that we did, but we have here apparently a new message. This is why we are getting this. So let's see what is coming up here. What are the vibes right now? What are the messages for you, my dear collective? So, just a reminder before we start, this is a collective reading, which means that it is a group reading, which means that it might be for you, it might be partly for you, and it might not be for you. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't take on yourself a story that is not yours. If I'm talking about masculines or feminines, I'm not especially talking about the gender. It is the energy of the card itself, so please apply it however it applies. And this reading can be past, present, or future. So let's see what's going on here. I'm very interested by this authentic self and the release expectations. For the rest, I kind of feel that this and this is kind of self-explanatory, and I'm also curious about these testing limits, because what I don't totally get right now, it is if we are talking, who exactly we are talking about, right? So yes, we are talking about you, we are talking about someone here who playing mind games with you, right? Playing the hot and cold, all those kind of things. But I kind of feel that we might also be talking about other people here. Maybe those people that heard so much about you and realize your authentic self. Let's see here, the authentic self. Tell me, please. Strength. Two of Swords. 1 second, I want to take more. Tell me something else here about this authentic self. The Hermits. Let me also check if you can see all the cards. Yes, you can. Did I move the camera? Maybe. If I did, I'm sorry. Okay, so it kind of feels here with the Strength card that somebody wanted to maintain some kind of control here, but it didn't work, right? Because what I truly feel here, it is that you are totally in control. With the Strength card, we are talking about the lion here represent your instincts. This card is talking about, instead of reacting, responding, right? So this is the kind of control that we are talking about. You are not losing your mind, you are not losing your shit, you are not, right? And you are being here your authentic self. And so there is here something also about someone who don't know what to do anymore, and the reason why it kind of feels that they don't know what to do anymore, it is because I kind of feel that people here have some kind of illumination. Here I truly see the people, looking behind the curtain. I kind of feel here the discreetly checking you, right? What's going on there, right? And I kind of feel that this is here the issue of this person who has brought this attention on you, right? Maybe they didn't think that people would check you. It was a very stupid plan, right? Very stupid plan. Let's see. Do I get anything else here about this authentic self? The Two of Cups, the reason why you took distance of this person. Yeah, so it kind of truly feels here that the person lied about the reason why uh, you release the connection, right? They didn't say what they truly did. They didn't say that they tested your limits, that they were playing mind games, that they were doing the hot and cold, right? They didn't say that. But I kind of feel that the way that they painted you, especially considering here that we have the strength card, it is that they said about you that you are crazy, right? You are crazy, you are unstable, all those kind of things, right? And with the strength card, it truly shows here that crazy you are not. With the authentic self also, it appears that you are somebody very authentic. So you are not trying to present some kind of image. You know, we can feel it in someone when they are being totally, you know, an open book. So it doesn't mean maybe that you are sharing everything, but you are, you know, like just being yourself, right? So I also feel the other people being involved here because we have this public exposure right under, very interesting, we have the ego check. So this person, their ego was hurt because I kind of feel that you released the expectation about this person because of what they were doing, right? Very childish. I'm thinking about this reading that I did where we saw here we had the Knight of Cups, right? The seducer, the dreamer, and we had the Empress there, right? This is the reading that this reminds me of. But it truly feels now that we are getting into this person not knowing what to do because people have checked you. I truly see here, you know, people discreetly, you know, with the Hermit card, there is something about being alone, being in the dark, and getting some kind of information, some kind of illumination. So I truly feel here people checking what's going on here, right? And I feel that now your person or the person that you dealt with all those energies here that you needed to totally release, they don't know what to do. They are in this stalemate position now because the story that they told was in order to flatten their ego, right? It was in order to flatten their ego, but now they are being humbled. Okay. Let's see here the release expectations. Tell me the release expectations. Yeah, the Star in reverse. King of Pentacles. King of Swords. My God. Ah la la. Yeah, they didn't expect to deal with somebody like you, right? We are talking here about someone who has no direction. They are not listening to their higher self. The Star in reverse, right? And you are represented here as somebody, a leader, right? Somebody very stable. The King of Pentacles, right? Stability, leading your own life. You are not a sheep, right? We talked about the sheep and the goat. You are the goat, right? And so it truly feels that this person has treated you as, yeah, we saw at the end of the other reading the Empress in reverse, right? Treating you like if you were nothing, like you were exchangeable. Yeah, if it's not you, it's somebody else, you know. Like they totally, yeah, they mistreated you. Listen, the King of Swords, you are very clear-minded, and you saw here that you were dealing with someone who is totally unhealed. They don't know how to build their happiness. They have no direction, totally unhealed. It was clear for you, right? So you moved on. You had to release expectations. Considering that I see the release expectations, maybe you thought that things might change. Maybe you could see that they were coming from a place of lack of self-confidence. Maybe you thought that with time they would understand that all those games are not serving anyone, right? 1 second. to drink a little bit. Very interesting, because what's written here, it is allow things to unfold naturally. And it's exactly what they didn't do, right? I was talking in the reading that I did, that I'm talking to you about, I was talking about this person being afraid of the routine, right? They were always trying to keep you under some kind of pressure, a pressure cooker. Like always, trying to create some kind of movement all the time. There is not the unfolding naturally. And with the King of Pentacles, especially here, this is somebody stable and logical, right? Patient. So you might have understood that a peaceful atmosphere is needed. Time is needed, right? And this person, it was not what it was, right? So you got to a place where you understood that you needed to release, right? It was very clear for you. Very, very clear for you. Okay. Let's see here the cold shoulder. Kind of feel that they might have thought that you were playing, right, the same game as them. So maybe you were presenting a cold shoulder, except that for you it was not a game. The cold shoulder. Tell me. 5 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, exactly. Oh la la. Yeah. So, I said, because you were dealing with someone who is all about control and mind games, when you decided that you are done, right? You are not going to fight for this relationship. You released the expectation that you had that maybe this person would change. You released, you let go, right? You want to win, you win, no problem, I don't care, right? Yeah, I truly feel that they thought that you were acting like them. It was a game. It was a game. This is why I kind of feel that we saw in other readings that you were already in a totally different life, right? You already healed, you already cried, you already healed, you already accepted, you were already in a different energy, and they just realized that in fact, yes, it was totally over, right? They awakened like moons and suns after, like weeks, months, years later, right? And I truly feel that it is because this person, being so much in this controlling energy, right, like I need to win at all cost, they thought that you were doing exactly the same. And it was like stubborn against stubborn, except that you are not doing those mind games. This is the reason why I kind of feel that you released, right? Because you are all about authenticity. But they were thinking that this cold shoulder was in fact playing their game. Yeah, they totally misread you. Yeah, this is projections, right? Okay, tell me here. The cold shoulder, something else about that? Yeah, toxic. The Three of Cups, toxic lifestyle, right? Not interested. Yeah, they didn't see the truth. Listen, if we are talking here about someone who's all about this public exposure and the ego is so important for them, right? We might be talking about someone who didn't accept truly what happened, right? It seems like they didn't accept, because they should have, I kind of feel that you might have said something like, I'm not interested in all of this, what are you doing, right? But they thought that you were playing some kind of game, maybe. I don't know. They might have been partying all this time. And I wouldn't be surprised that they would have been partying in order to try to make you jealous. Right? Because we are talking here about someone who's into the mind games, while you might even not be watching what they are doing. Right? Yeah, they don't see. They don't see. Yeah, they might be avoiding the truth. Simply, right? Maybe drinking too much, celebrating too much, so their mind is never clear. But I truly feel that they are doing that because they think that this is cool, right? Might be talking also about a very toxic environment that they have, where they are totally not related, not at all in the energy of truth. Stuck. Okay. Let's see here the mind games. What are we getting? Let's see the mind games. Tell me. Oh la la, the Chariot in reverse. Yeah, you understood here that this person, they have no direction. Look, it's also touching the star in reverse. The Chariot in reverse. Like, this is truly what comes to me. It's, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, listen, it doesn't work on you anymore. Yeah, they have burned the option, burned your patience, even though with this King of Pentacles here, you are patient. You are very quick with your mind. Your mind is very awake, awoken, awake. Like you are quick-minded, but you are patient. But yeah, forget about it. This person has no direction, and it kind of feels they didn't want to listen to you. Yeah, we are truly talking about someone trying to maintain some kind of control. Okay. Mind games. I feel like it became old, you know? It became old. Maybe in the beginning, you might have been a little bit confused, or maybe you thought, you know, okay, it's the beginning, maybe they are trying to charm me in some kind of way, you know? It takes time to understand that somebody is truly trying to control you. Also, in the beginning, usually they play their game well, right? And it's when you are emotionally connected that they are starting with all those things, right? Yeah, you were not confused. You understood that there was no option here, that they were trying to confuse you. Yeah, you put an ending. I kind of feel that there is nothing to talk about even, right? Let's see this Ten of Swords, if I can get a little bit more information here about this Ten of Swords. This is an idea that comes to an end, right? Tell me the Ten of Swords. Yeah. You are not fighting anymore. You are not fighting anymore. You know who you are. You know your value. This is a number one, a new beginning. Yeah. Five of Swords. We had the Five of Swords here. Yeah, here, the Five of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you are not fighting. You are not fighting. You are not trying to convince them. You understood that it's all... Like you are in this energy of authenticity, and they are not. They are in the energy of playing games. It's you know what I feel here? It is that you were dealing here with someone who is intelligent, right? It's not a total idiot. Emotionally, they are a total idiot. Because I kind of feel that we are talking here about someone who has a very, very unhealed old wound, right? And so they decided that from now on, they have to play it better, right? And so they became a shell of themselves. They are not themselves anymore. They are just playing a game in order to try to maintain some kind of control. This is what it is. And so you being your authentic self, they love it, right? Because you are just being yourself. So they think that they will be able to understand what are your triggers, right? Because you are open, but maybe you are very open about who you are, because also maybe you know your triggers, or somebody cannot push on your triggers. Maybe they succeeded for some time, but I kind of feel that at a certain moment it became just a burden. You know, their attitude became a burden, right? If you are in the midst of that, right, and you are stressed out all the time and you don't understand what's going on all the time, right, understand that some people, this is what they are doing. This is what they are doing. It's all about trying to maintain control over a situation. So they are playing games with you in order to keep you stressed all the time, thirsty all the time, right? If we should bring it to something very concrete, right, just to have the image, it is somebody who will starve you, right? So they won't give you food, they will starve you, and then they will just give you enough food for you to want to stay there in order to eat, but they will never totally give you what you need, because they want you to beg for more food all the time, and they want you to be fragile because you don't have enough food. You understand? This is this pressure cooker, right? This emotional pressure cooker. They are never giving you totally what you need, because they think that if you are hungry or thirsty, then you will stay there. Except that apparently, depending where you are in this story, you have realized, you won't give me the food, no problem. First of all, I can have the food by myself, and if not, I can find it somewhere else. I don't need you for the food, right? This is what it feels to me. Okay, let's see here, testing the limits. Testing the limits. Yeah. Very interesting. It's written, someone is testing the limits of what's examining how you react under pressure. Okay, this phrase is weird. Someone is testing and examining how you react under pressure, right? Why is this person putting you under pressure? Like life is not pressure enough? I kind of feel that at a certain moment you said, you know what? I don't need this pressure. You are supposed to be my safe space. You are supposed to be my support system. This is toxic. This is toxic. Truly. Yeah, the Tower in reverse. You let it go. You simply let it go. Yeah, emotional immaturity. No maturity, no emotional immaturity. Somebody who's trying to protect their heart space, right? Yeah, they are all, everything is intellectual, right? So, what I want to say about it is that when somebody is usually in their relationships, everything is mind game, intellectual, very often they are also schmexual, right? So there is the mind thinking all the time, right? They are thinking their feelings. They are not feeling their feelings. And then the release is in the schmexuality, but in between the heart space, there is nothing. There is nothing, right? Yeah. You saw it somehow, right? There is here a lot of you seeing the truth. Not being confused, seeing what this person was hiding. And this is maybe also why you might have stayed in the beginning, because you understood this person. But it's not because you understand this person that they are ready to understand themselves and that they are willing to change. Let me just remind you that somebody who's acting in this way, it is out of self-protection. So there is nothing that you can do. The only thing that you can do is refuse this behavior. If everybody is refusing this behavior, maybe at a certain moment, this person will understand that whatever they are trying to accomplish, it doesn't work. So maybe what they are doing is not worth it, right? And then maybe they will do the work, right? But right now, this is their safe space. So the fact that you see what's going on, good for you. But thinking that because you see and because you understand, you can change them, you can help them heal, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah, apparently they did something, once again trying to test the limits. It was too much. It totally exposed them, right? It totally exposed them. You were not confused anymore. You might have been confused, like thinking maybe they don't realize what they are doing, maybe they truly don't understand me, maybe this, maybe that. No, they understood you the first time. They knew very well what they were doing. So, and at a certain moment they did something that it was just obvious, it was obvious that they knew exactly what they were doing. It was all coming from ego, right? And listen, we all have an ego, right? The ego is how we perceive ourselves, right? How we present ourselves, how we perceive ourselves. But here, when we are talking about someone who's stuck in their ego, what we are talking, it is that the way that they are relating to their ego is karmic, right? We might be talking here about someone who is... how can I say that? Being the king of the jungle, right? This makes them feel good about themselves. Being strong, being able to control other people. This is what makes them feel good. Other people, for example, they feel good if, for example, I feel good if I know that I help someone, especially if I help them grow, release of toxicity. This makes me feel good, right? Knowing that I help someone feel stronger about themselves. You understood, right? Some people, they feel strong when they can dominate other people. And this is what I feel that is happening here. Okay, let's go to closure. What is a closure here? Tell me closure. We have the 9 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, this person is being very defensive now. Yeah. But the Magician in reverse. Okay. So, this person is very defensive, right? Kind of feels that they have no other choice but to look back at what they did, right? And all the time that they have burned, being patient, thinking that they are in some kind of battle with you, while you already left. You are on another continent, right? In the image, right? They were just being patient, thinking that you were in this war with them when you were not in a war with them. You were done with them. They put you in survival mode. Yeah, the manipulation. But I truly feel here we are ending with this magician in reverse, right? It's somebody who has trained themselves on manipulation. This is what we are talking about someone, right? They had a wound at a certain moment. They were very hurt by something. And the way that they reacted to that, it is from now on, I need to feel stronger, because they felt weak, rejected, not lovable. I don't know what they felt, right? But they felt something that made them feel fragile. And so now they want to feel strong, right? You know, it's like those people that, and I'm not saying that every person that is going to the gym and that is making muscles, this is the reason why, but there is a category of people, right? For example, somebody who was beaten up when they were a teenager, they were younger, right? The response to it is to go to the gym and do huge muscles, right? Because like this, they feel that they are in control, that nobody will ever be able to attack them anymore. You understand what I mean? So here we are talking about the same thing at the mental level. So this person feels that if they can manipulate a situation, they feel strong, right? They feel then that they are in control. But here with you are your authentic self. So you might have been confused by their games in the past, right? Until you understood that this person was truly manipulating you, that you were not satisfied. All this person did was stressing you out. You didn't need that. It's clearly that this person, right, having somebody being authentic, it's a treasure, right? But it's truly like this person was using your authentic self, not an image that you created, not a narcissistic play that you were doing. No, who you truly are. They were using that in order to try to manipulate you. They didn't appreciate your authentic self, right? So, listen, let's see if there is something else here. Yeah, it was very, very uncomfortable. All they did was create some kind of imbalance. This is all that they did. Yeah, but you could see through it. You decided not to fight. Yeah, it was too burdensome. You let it go. You let it go. Yeah, you are emotionally intelligent, right? Yeah, and I truly feel here we have the unicorn. I truly feel here that they never saw that coming. I told you in another reading, right, that I kind of feel that until now, they always succeeded to somehow maintain control over a situation. And here, they totally misread you. Totally misread you. You are the unicorn. And this is why I kind of feel that now they are going through karma, right? They are going through the dark night of the soul. They are going through this public exposure, right? Their ego is being checked. This is truly the dark night of the soul, being humbled by life, right? So anyway, listen, I will leave it here. I hope that it was helpful, insightful, maybe even healing. If not, at least entertaining, sending towards you a lot of love, a lot of good vibes, wishing you a beautiful weekend. I'll see you in the comments until very, very soon. Bye.